بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. رحب فيكم اليوم في محاضرتنا القصيرة عن أسرار الزراعة المائية، وأنا سميتها باسم أسرار وخفايا. طبعا الكل يعرف مصطلح الأمن الغذائي وسبب تسميته بالأمن الغذائي. ما هو الأمن الغذائي؟ هو مفهوم مرتبط بالضمان، ضمان توفر الغذاء للبشر سواء نباتي أو حيواني، ويؤمن عدم التلاعب به أو الاحتكاره من قبل الآخرين بقصد العداء أو المصلحة الذاتية. ما هي أبعاد المشكلة للأمن الغذائي؟ ليش أصبح الأمن الغذائي مشكلة؟ لأن السؤالين الآن الذين هم في أذهاننا دائما: هل الغذاء متوفر لدينا؟ بمعنى هل نمتلكه؟ وهل نحن في مأمن من التلاعب والاحتكار؟ أولا، هناك مؤثرات كثيرة مثل المؤثرات الجيوسياسية وكلنا يعيشها ويتداولها يوميا. الرقعة الكبيرة هذه تسمى بشبه الجزيرة العربية، تعرفون أن فيها مناطق فقيرة تعاني من حروب وويلات مثل اليمن ومثل سوريا، وفي مناطق فيها نوع من النظام العالي والرفاهية الاجتماعية، في أماكن فيها صحراء، فيها أماكن فيها جبال، في أماكن فيها شح شديد في الأمطار، في أماكن فيها غزارة في الأمطار. تنوع الجيوسياسي هذا غير موزع بالطريقة الصحيحة على عدد السكان. لذلك في ضمان غذائنا يجب علينا أن نوجد منظومة حقيقية ممكن نستخدمها لاستخراج غذائنا وين ما كنا. طبعا هناك أيضا مؤثرات البيئية، وهي المؤثرات الأهم، مثل أولها المؤثر الحرارة. وإحنا كلنا نعرف أن حرارة الخليج، مثل ما إحنا نعرف دائما بأن المنطقة هذه تتعرض من شهر يناير اللي هو قمة البرودة إلى شهر أغسطس، تكون في قمة الحرارة فرق يصل إلى 45 إلى 50 درجة ما بين الاثنين، وقد يزيد عن ذلك. لذلك من المستحيل أن احنا نقدر نجزم بأن هذه المنطقة مستقرة في حرارتها. فأول حاجة الطقس مستحيل أن احنا نسيطر عليه. كذلك عندنا مؤثر المياه، والمياه عندنا شحيحة جدا في الخليج، ومن المعروف حسب إحصائيات اللي هو دول مجلس التعاون، المياه المستخرجة من المياه الجوفية، طبعا المملكة العربية السعودية صاحبة الاستهلاك الأكبر للمياه الجوفية، كون أنها هي تملك الرقعة الأكبر، وهذا طبعا نسبة وتناسب يتناسب مع حجم المملكة العربية السعودية الشقيقة. ولكن أيضا اعتمادنا على المياه في قطاع الزراعة من المياه الجوفية هو يكاد يكون خطأ استراتيجي فادح. كذلك لو رجعنا إلى منظومة تحلية المياه واللي احنا كلنا الآن نستخدمها في الخليج، فنجد بأن المملكة العربية السعودية والإمارات والكويت في المرتبة الأولى. طبعا متفوقة المملكة العربية السعودية مثل ما قلنا بسبب حجمها. لو وجدنا هذه الإحصائية المرعبة اللي حقيقة أنا دائما ألتفت إليها، أجد أن ارتفع الطلب بنسبة 140% من المياه المحلات خلال 10 سنوات الماضية. 60% من هذه المياه يستخرج من مياه الخليج المحلات. كذلك عندنا 85% من المستخرجة من المياه المحلات من الخليج هي مياه مستخرجة أو مستخدمة للزراعة. لذلك الزراعة تستهلك الكم الأكبر من المياه عندنا. فارتفع استهلاك المياه من 1 بليون متر مكعب في سنة 1980 خلال 38 سنة إلى 19 بليون متر مكعب، وهذا رقم يعتبر مضاعفات شديدة وكبيرة جدا. نروح الآن لأزمة المياه. ما هي أزمة المياه؟ خلونا نعرفها بشكل سريع. وجود المياه يعني استمرار الحياة، فما في أي شيء يكون ما في حياة بدون مياه. مصادر المياه النقية محدودة جدا. عندنا بعض الآبار، تدرون أن أغلب آبارنا تعتبر مالحة وغير صالحة للشرب. صحيح أن فيها ماء، ولكن غير صالحة للزراعة وغير صالحة للشرب المباشر. في نقص عالمي على فكرة في الحصول على مصادر مياه آمنة. تكلفة تحلية مياه البحر عالية على فكرة. الحمد لله في دول الخليج نعتبر دول غنية، لذلك تكلفة مو على المواطن كثر ما هي على الحكومة، وهذا ما يجعلها نوعا ما متوفرة. ولكن في دول كثيرة تعاني من تحلية المياه. استهلاك المفرط كذلك، وهذه نقطة مهمة للجميع، أن استهلاك المفرط للمياه هو من الأشد العوامل اللي تخلي المياه تصير فيها ندرة. الزراعة التقليدية تستنزف المياه، والمسؤول المشترك على هذه المسؤولية تقع على الدولة والأفراد. هناك أيضا المؤثر في خصوبة التربة. التربة طبعا عندنا في الخليج فقيرة جدا في المكونات العضوية. تكوين التربة المطلوب فيه عناصر تغذية راح نشرحها إن شاء الله بالتفصيل بعد قليل، ولكن عناصر التغذية هذه تعتبر المهمة جدا في تغذية النبات، في شح كبير في عناصر التغذية. أيضا المؤثرات البشرية عندنا الاستهلاك، مثل ما ذكرت قبل قليل الاستهلاك العالي. تخيلوا أن عندنا هدر 45% من الفواكه والأسماك والحبوب واللحوم. احنا من أعلى معدلات الهدر في العالم بعد الولايات المتحدة وأوروبا، بسبب أن احنا في نقل المواد أو في استهلاكها أو في طبخ زيادة عن حاجتنا. 45% يعني نصف ما نستورده من الفواكه ونستهلكه يروح هدر مرمي الله يكرمكم في التراش كان. طبعا نسبة الزيادة في الإنتاج السكاني 170%، و540 كيلو للفرد الواحد قاعد يرمي فضلات عضوية. هذا رقم طبعا مبالغ فيه. طيب وين الحل؟ أول حل هو الاستدامة. ما هي كلمة استدامة؟ خلونا نعرفها بشكل علمي. هي منهج لعمل متكرر يخدم نفسه دون تدخل أو إضافة خارجية تجعله يقوم على نتائج تكفي لإعادة تشغيله مرارا وتكرارا. ما في استدامة وإنت قاعد تزودها من برا، ما في استقرار وإنت تعتمد على واحد من عواملك من برا. الاستدامة إحنا بحاجة لها، وبحاجة إلى نظام يخدم نفسه ويوفر لنا الجهد والطاقة والمال، وأهم شيء الماء. طبعا هذا المركب السحري المطلوب، هذا ما هو موجود في الزراعة المائية. خلوني أول شيء أستعرض معاكم النظام المراد عمله. احنا نبي غذاء، وكلنا يبي الغذاء. الغذاء يحتاج ماء، ويحتاج ضوء الشمس، ويحتاج العناصر المغذية اللي هي تكون النبات. طبعا هذول الثلاثة مثل ما قلنا في حر الخليج يجب أن يكونوا داخل البيوت المحمية علشان يتوفر لنا الغذاء، وإلا لن نستطيع السيطرة على العوامل الجوية. كذلك الاستهلاك البشري يتطلب أن يكون مستقر، يعني عندك إنتاج مستقر دوران السنة. الضوء يعني طاقة، والطاقة بإمكانها أن نحولها إلى نظام تبريد يتحكم في البيوت المحمية ويولد البرودة اللازمة لإنتاج الغذاء. كذلك نظم التبريد لأنها مائية فتولد لنا رطوبة، والرطوبة بالمناسبة مع الطاقة نقدر نعيد تكثيفها وتسوي لنا دورة مغلقة. وهذا ما نسميه بنظام الاستدامة في عملية التبريد واستغلاله بالتبريد واستغلاله في المياه الري. كذلك عندنا في الاستهلاك البشري والفوائض والتوالف، عندنا ممكن ان احنا نروح الى مثلا تكنيك من التكنيكات الكثيرة مثل دودة الارض اللي تصنع لنا العناصر المغذية اللي فيه، بالتالي نعود ونستخدمها مرة اخرى في البيوت المحمية. هذا النظام مغلق، يعني تسوي مرة واحدة وهو يخدم نفسه بنفسه وينتج كل المطلوب منك انك تعيد الفضلات الى كومة الكومبوستينج او عملية التحلل، وتستورد او تاخذ الطاقة وتحولها الى البيوت المحمية. طيب بالنسبة للزراعة المائية هي التقنية السحرية مثل ما ذكرت. ليش تقنية سحرية؟ خلونا نشوف ونعرف ما هي الزراعة المائية. الزراعة المائية هي إحدى طرق الزراعة بدون تربة، وراح اشرح بالتفصيل ليش بدون تربة، ليش احنا ضد التربة. ليش؟ هي عن طريق تغذية النبات بواسطة المحاليل السائلة. ولاحظوا هنا كلمة السائلة، في فرق. لماذا نتجه لتقنية الزراعة المائية بدون تربة؟ أولا عندنا 3 أسباب جوهرية. التربة غير معلومة المكونات، مهما وين ما كنت. الحقول ليست متشابهة، ممكن يكون أول 10 أمتار تختلف عن أول 20 متر عن أول 30 متر. كذلك الزراعة في التربة تحتاج مسطحات أفقية كبيرة، فإحنا نزرع على المتر، بمعنى أن المسطحات في التربة أفقية فقط، ما نقدر نسويها مسطحات رأسية، وتحتاج التربة لزمن طويل عشان تكمل الدورة البيولوجية. كل الناس تعتقد أن لما نحط فضلات الحيوانات في التربة معناته احنا عملنا سماد. لا، السماد يحتاج إلى دورة بيولوجية تفكك هذا النوع من الفضلات وتحوله لحتى يمتص النبات عن طريق الري، وهذا كله يأخذ وقت طويل. أما بالنسبة لتقنية الزراعة المائية فحلينا المشاكل ال3. أولا احنا نتعامل مع أوساط زراعية مختلفة آمنة، لا تتفاعل، خالية من الآفات والأضرار، ما فيها كيميائيات، ممكن نزودها بواسطة مضخة ماء بسيطة. إمكانية الزراعة الرأسية مثل ما قلنا مسطح المساحة يصل إلى 8 أضعاف بل فأكثر. التغذية فورية ولا تحتاج إلى الدورة البيولوجية، لأن المحلول السائل يصل مباشرة عبر اللي هو جذور النبات أو أوراقه ويبتدي يمتص النبات. كيف نقوم بتغذية النبات في الزراعة المائية؟ عن طريق تحضير المحاليل السائلة. خلوني أفصل فيها. المحاليل السائلة مستخلصة معمليا، بمعنى نقية 100% ومعروفة المصدر والكمية والتركيز، ويمكن التحكم في كميتها، بمعنى نحن من يقوم بمعادلتها لتحقيق أعلى عائد للنمو الطبيعي. طبعا وايد ناس راح يقولون ان هي مواد كيميائيه، ليست كيميائيه، مثل ما في دم الانسان زنك ونحاس وبوتاسيوم ونيتروجين وهيدروجين، كله مكون طبيعي ولكن احنا استخلصناه معمليا. هذه العناصر اللي سبق ورأيناها قبل قليل هي الضروريه لانتاج النبات وتغذيته. طبعا هي في عناصر كبرى موجوده اوريدي تلقائيا، الهيدروجين والكربون والاكسجين. في الام بي كي المعروفين بالنيتروجين والفوسفور والبوتاسيوم اللي هي تعتبر العناصر الكبرى. كذلك عندنا عناصر صغرى وعندنا عناصر دقيقة وعالية الدقة وفي عناصر ثقيلة. كلها هذه تشكل الغذاء اللازم للنبات، ونحن لما نقوم نضيفها في الماء بطريقة دقيقة معملية، غير لما نروح نزرع في التربة. راح تلاحظون أن في التربة التعددية، الخط الواحد من النباتات لما نزرع طماطم ما قاعد يعطينا بنفس الجودة ونفس الكفاءة، لأن كل منطقة مثل ما ذكرنا تختلف عن الأخرى. التربة تضعف، أما الزراعة المائية لا تضعف، لأن احنا دقيقين في عملية معايرة هذه المحاليل لتغذية النبات. الآن ما هي أنواع وتقنيات الزراعة المائية؟ تختلف طبعا حسب الوسط، حسب حجم النبات ونوعه. الأشجار تختلف عن النباتات، النباتات الجذرية غير، الخضرية، الثمرية غير، كل واحدة تختلف، ولكن راح نستعرضها إن شاء الله في الدقائق المعدودة القادمة. وطبعا أيضا حجم الإنتاج، لأن ممكن تسوي سيستم بسيط صغير في البيت بشكل فردي، وممكن تحوله إلى مزارع عملاقة، وطبعا حسب المساحة المتاحة عندك. طبعا أول سيستم معروف اللي هو ال NFT أو Nutrition Film Technique، وهو نظام الدائرة المغلقة، بحيث تقوم الخزان، تشوفونه في أسفل الصورة. الخزان يأخذ عبر الطرمبة، عبر البيبات السوداء، يصبه في أعلى خط من خطوط الزراعة، وتشوفون الكاسة الهوائية على اليسار. هذه الكاسة مغمورة بالماء، الجذور مغمورة بالماء، وينتقل عبرها الماء وينزل عن طريق الجاذبية إلى الخزان مرة أخرى، ولهذا نسميها الدورة المغلقة. هذه الدورة يعني تقريبا نسبة تقنينها للمياه تصل إلى 95%. تخيلوا 95% وفر. يعني تذكرون الرقم المساعد 85% اللي تكلمنا عنه بأنه هدر للأمور الزراعية، الآن راح ناخذ فقط 8% منه، أو أقل يمكن 4% فقط من 85 المهدورة. كذلك عندنا نظام الأبراج، وهذا انتشر الآن عبر وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي. أغلب الصور الآن لو نلاحظها نجد نظام الأبراج، وهو نظام الزراعة الرأسية، وهو عبارة عن بايب بالنص تشوفونه تحت الخزان في أسفل الصورة على اليمين. الخزان موجود تحت، والخزان هذا يقوم برذاذ الماء داخل ويرطب الجذور. أيضا بالأصايص السوداء اللي تشوفونها، أيضا هناك نظام المتعدد الأدوار، وهذا ما يجعل الزراعة المائية جيدة وعالية الإنتاج، لأن نقدر نستغل وحدات المساحة. فتخيلوا سطح المنزل أو البالكوني أو حتى سرداب البيت نقدر نستغله في زراعات متعددة الأدوار وإنتاج العنصر الخضري. كذلك نظام الوسائد، هذه وسادة مليئة بمبشور جوز الهند أو قشرة جوز الهند المبشورة. داخل هذه الوسائد اللي هي تحتضن جذور النبات، ولما نصب عليها الماء من فوق بطريقة ميكانيكية ينزل عن طريق المخروط اللي تحت ويرجع مرة ثانية للخزان. أيضا هي تعتبر من الدوائر المغلقة. النبات فيها هني إنتاجيته عالية جدا، ودائما غالبا يستخدمونها للطماطم، للزهور، للفلفل البارد والباذنجان، يعني إنتاجها عالي. وهي تقريبا تقريبا من أفضل النظم المتبعة حاليا. كذلك الفلوتنج روت تكنيك، هذا يحبونه المزارعين. ليش؟ لأنه سهل جدا، ممكن تسوي لك حوض سماكته فقط 30 سنتي وتحط فيه فلين، والنباتات مجرد جذورها واصل الماء عن طريق نفس الكأسة اللي ذكرناها، وطرمبة فقط بسيطة توجد نوع من إذابة الهواء في الماء وتغذيه بعنصر الأكسجين. كذلك عندنا الأيروبونيك، وهذا أيضا نظام تجاري شهير صغير بسيط، ممكن تلاقونه الآن في التواصل الاجتماعي، يباع صغير وينتج يعني كثير من أنواع النباتات حتى على مكتب المدرسة، وحتى ككومودينا تستخدم في البيت، ممكن تنتج فراولة وخس. طبعا النظام الأحيومائي أو الأكوابونيك، وهو نظام تبادلي ما بين فضلات الأسماك. هنا ما نستخدم المحاليل السائلة، ولكن نستخدم اللي هو فضلات الأسماك في تغذية النبات. الزراعة المائية لأنها مغلقة، ولأن محاليلها دقيقة، ولأنها تستخدم وحدة مساحة أقل وتوفر المياه، فنعتبرها الحل السحري إذا ما دخلناها في الصورة المتكاملة اللي ذكرناها سابقا في النظام المتكامل في نظام الاستدامة. راح نجد بأن الزراعة المائية داخل البيوت المحمية هي المعادلة الصحيحة. شكرا لكم على حسن استماعكم، وأتمنى أكون أضفت لكم إضافة جيدة، وأتمنى تكونوا تعرفتوا على الزراعة المائية. ولمزيد من التعرف أكثر على الزراعة المائية تواصل معنا عن طريق الجمعية الكويتية للزراعة المائية، وراح نكون مسرورين بالاستجابة لكل توصياتكم وأسئلتكم واستفساراتكم. شكرا لكم، مع السلامة.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Dr. Ashraf Radwan Sulaiman, and I am a consultant in artificial intelligence, robotics, and the Internet of Things. I'm also a certified expert trainer in robotics and AI, and have authored several books on information technology and AI. Additionally, I serve as a judge advisor for international robotics competitions. It's an honor to share my experience and knowledge with you today. In today's lecture, we will explore the transformative role of the Internet of Things, IoT, and its profound impact on data security, covering the key aspects and strategies to address emerging challenges. Topics to be covered today is introduction to IoT and its impact on data security, understanding IoT, data security challenges in IoT, data security strategies, future challenges, and innovate solutions. Artificial intelligence, it's essential to understand its three main types, which represent different levels of intelligence and capability: artificial narrow intelligence, ANI, artificial general intelligence, AGI, and artificial super intelligence, ASI. Each type makes a significant milestone in AI's development and potential impact on humanity. The Internet of Things, IoT, is a network of smart devices connected to the Internet, which communicate and exchange data with each other. These devices can include smartphones, smart home, appliances, and even industrial equipment. We can leverage the Internet of Things in smart homes, smart cities, smart industrials, and virtually every aspect of daily life to enhance efficiency and connectivity.
Imagine you're at work and realize that you might not have turned off the air conditioner while leaving your house. Instead of traveling all the way back home, what if you could use your smartphone to know the status of your AC and perhaps even turn it off? Wouldn't that be amazing? Well, yes. And this can be achieved with the help of the Internet of Things. Until recently, access to the Internet was limited via devices like the desktop, tablet, or smartphone. But now, with IoT, practically all appliances can be connected to the Internet and monitored remotely. IoT is shaping the way we live our lives. It helps us get a better insight into the working of things around us. So, what exactly is the Internet of Things? IoT is a system of interrelated devices connected to the Internet to transfer and receive data from one to the other. A smart home is the best example of IoT. Home appliances like the AC, doorbell, thermostats, smoke detectors, water heaters, and security alarms can be interconnected to share data with the user over a mobile application. The user can now get detailed insight into the working of the devices around him. Think about it. Until recently, the Internet helped people connect and interact with each other. But now, inanimate objects or things have the ability to sense the surroundings, to interact and collaborate with one another. For example, in the morning when your alarm goes off, the IoT system can open the window blinds, turn on the coffee pot for you, and even turn on the water heater. Although all of this is fascinating, there's a lot that goes on in the background to ensure seamless functioning. From effective communication between devices to accurate processing of the data received, a lot of components are involved. In the context of IoT devices, hardware can be classified into general devices and sensing devices. The general devices are the main components of the data hub and information exchange. They are connected either by wired or wireless interfaces. Home appliances are a classic example of such devices. The sensing devices, on the other hand, include sensors and actuators. They measure the temperature, humidity, light intensity, and other parameters. These IoT devices are connected to the network with the help of gateways. These gateways, or processing nodes, process the information collected from the sensors and transfer it to the cloud. The cloud acts as both the storage and processing unit. Actions are performed on the collected data for further learning and inferences. Wired and wireless interfaces like Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee, GSMs, and so on are used to provide connectivity. To ensure its ubiquity, applications need to support a diverse set of devices and communication protocols, from tiny sensors capable of sensing and reporting the desired factor to powerful back-end servers that are utilized for data analysis and knowledge extraction. To help you understand its working, let's take a simple scenario. Let's suppose you want to water your garden every time the moisture level in the soil drops. Instead of doing it manually, you could automate it using IoT. The sensors and actuators installed gauge the soil for its moisture. This information is sent to the IoT gateway with the help of communication protocols like MQTT or HTTP. The gateway significantly aggregates data and feeds it to the cloud with the help of Wi-Fi LAN. Once the moisture level drops, the system is immediately triggered and the sprinklers are turned on. However, with the information stored in the cloud, a detailed analysis like the time of the day the sprinkler was turned on, the rate at which the moisture in the soil reduces, and so on, can be done, and the report could be sent over to you on your smartphone over an app. With the improved response, monitoring, and analytical capabilities, IoT is being adopted in almost all industries and domains, opening doors to endless applications. Today, IoT is being used extensively to lessen the burden on humans. To name a few, IoT is deployed for smart homes, wearables, watches and bracelets, smart cars, smart farming, smart retail, smart grids, smart city, and smart healthcare. With such a wide spectrum of applications, the future of IT looks more promising than ever before. In 2018, there were about 23 billion connected devices, which was more than double the world population. According to experts, there will be over 80 billion devices by 2025. IoT is a vision to connect all devices with the power of the internet, always learning and always growing.
The rapid growth of IoT systems shows how important it's to have strong security measures to protect these connected networks. Encryption turns data into a secure, unreadable format that only authorized users with the key can access. Even if hackers get the data, they can't read it without the key. We can use common encryption methods such as TLS, SSL method. It protects communication between devices, and we can use AES to secure stored and transmitted data. Authentication is the process of verifying the identity of users or devices to ensure that access is allowed only to authorized individuals. Authentication methods include passwords, fingerprint, facial recognition, and two-factor authentication. AI also helps quickly to detect and respond to threats by behavioral analysis. We can use key tools such as machine learning and data analysis. VPNs are used to secure communication between devices by creating an encrypted channel. Network segmentation divides network into a smaller, isolated sections, which reduce the risk of large-scale breaches. Keeping devices updated is crucial to fix a new security flaws. IoT devices should support automatic updates to protect against new threats. Quantum encryption uses quantum mechanics for extra secure key exchange, making it almost impossible to hack. Quantum encryption, blockchain, a technology that secures data by storing it in a way that's hard to tamper with, ensuring safe and reliable data transfer for IoT devices. Challenges in IoT security, different types of devices, lack of safety standards, many entry points for attacks, complex security updates. Now we talk about Internet of Things gadgets. IoT gadgets are every devices that connect to the internet and can exchange data. These gadgets can be anything from smart home devices like thermostats, lights, and door cameras to wearable fitness trackers. They work together to make tasks easier, improve quality, and provide real-time information. We can secure smart home devices by encryption, firmware updates, multi-factor authentication. Also, we can secure wearable devices by encryption during transmission to protect personal data, identity verification for medical application to prevent unauthorized access, and also privacy settings to limit sharing with third-party applications. Connected cars, we can secure it by software security system, encryption, device authentication. Connected smart medical devices by strong encryption, access control, security updates. Smart building management system, we can secure it by firewalls, intrusion detection system, IDS, and encryption. Smart location trackers, smart agriculture system by encryption, firewalls to prevent unauthorized access, security updates to protect against new threats. Smart logistics and inventory management, we can secure it by encryption, access management, logging and monitoring to track and prevent any unauthorized activity. Smart energy system, we can secure it also by strong encryption, identify verification and firewalls to prevent cyber attacks that could affect the energy network. Smart surveillance cameras, we can secure it by encryption during streaming, multi-factor authentication, and security notification. AI and machine learning in threat detection can analyze and detect usual patterns, responding proactively to potential attacks. Also, we can use blockchain for IT security to offer better traceability and ensures data integrity across IoT networks. Edge computing by data processing closer to the device reduces latency and improves security by limiting external data transfers. Zero trust architecture assumes no device or network is secure by default, requiring constant verification and stringent access control. Simulators in IoT security. It's a powerful network simulator tool that supports IoT devices. It allows users to create and interact with smart devices and network simulators, such as Cisco Packet Tracer.
Ulzahan Award for the excellent girls in MILSET Asia Expo-Sciences. Ulzahan Cup is the name of a Kazakh girl who passed away in a car accident on the 3rd April 2010 during her participation in the first Expo-Sciences Asia in Kuwait in 2010. MILSET Asia Regional Office gives the Ulzahan Cup Award during every Expo-Sciences Asia in recognition of the distinguished effort of excellent girls in the scientific field. The winners are awarded a certificate as well as a plaque It is for the best girl in scientific activities and voluntary work. The objective of this award is to commemorate the memory of Ulzahan and to encourage girls to excel in science and volunteering, to have the personal impulse to help others, to be leaders in different scientific disciplines, and to be an example in the principal and supreme human values Ulzahan believed in. The criteria for selection. The award is given during the closing ceremony of the Expo-Sciences Asia to one of the excellent participants in the Expo according to the following conditions. The winner should be a girl from the host country of the Expo-Sciences. She should be under 18 years old. She should have a history in the participation in Expo-Sciences locally and internationally. She should be excellent in scientific activities. She should be distinguished in volunteering and social activities. The winners of the awards in the previous MILSET Expo-Sciences Asia. The first edition of the award after the name of Ulzahan. The second ESA 2012. The winner was Aisha Al-Sharif from the Kingdom of Bahrain. The third ESA 2014. The winner was Sundus Al-Najjar from the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan. The fourth ESA 2016, the winner was Yaqeen Abdullah, from Sultanate of Oman. The fifth ESA 2018, the winner was Subin Chawi from Republic of Korea. The 17th ASI 2019, the winner was Mira Al-Marzoui from the United Arab Emirates. The 6th ASA 2022, the winner was Mezna Muhammad Al-Mansouri from the United Arab Emirates. These are the winners of the previous editions, and now it's the time to announce the winner of this edition of ESA 2024. The winner of the award this year is Hawra Sharif from the state of Kuwait. Hawra is a secondary school student from Fatima Al-Hashimiya School. She is a brilliant student in volunteering and STEM field. She is currently participating in the ESA 2024 in the state of Kuwait online. Hawra and her mother are to deliver a speech in this occasion.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. معكم ولية أمر الطالبة حوراء محمد الشريف. احنا سعداء بالمشاركة في الملتقى العلمي الآسيوي السابع الذي ينظمه مكتب المنظمة العالمية ملست في دولة الكويت، ونشكر المنظمة على إتاحة الفرصة للمشاركة في البرنامج الدولي الإقليمي، وأنا فخورة بنتي بحصولها على هذه الجائزة، وأدعو لها بالمزيد من التوفيق والنجاح في هذه الحياة.
السلام عليكم، معكم الطالبة حوراء محمد الشريف. أشكر المنظمة العالمية ملست لمنحي هذه الجائزة وإعطاء الفرصة للمشاركة في هذا الحدث الإقليمي، وللفخر لتمثيلي لدولة الكويت في المحافل الدولية، كما أتطلع للمزيد من العمل التطوعي والتميز العلمي والتكنولوجي.
Assalamu alaikum. Inshallah, we will start in few minutes. I request you please, if you already logged in, click on your name and rename yourself as a first name dash country. First name dash country. If you don't know how to do it, just relog in again. Once again, as a reminder, please rename your profile here. Just right click on your name, click participants at the bottom if you're using Zoom. These instructions are also only for Zoom followers who are registered for this workshop. Again, this workshop is on prompt engineering for STEM. Please rename yourself as a first name and then put the country, dash country. We will start, inshallah, in 5 minutes from now. So be ready. Make sure you have your tablet fully charged, your PC with an AC adapter, whatever. It's going to be a 1 hour workshop, hands-on, so it will be interactive. Hopefully that we will interact with you all. And it's also helpful to have a second device because we're going to make some polling, voting, things like this. طيب قبل ما أبدأ أحب أرحب باللي أتوا مبكر. الورشة هذه ستكون باللغة الإنجليزية إن شاء الله، وهي يعني حسب طلب من منظمة الملست ومن ضمن الإكسبو 2024. وإن شاء الله يعني إذا بدأت الورشة راح تكون يعني 4 دقائق من الآن. في المتابعين على نوعين. النوع الأول اللي يتابعونا على اليوتيوب، والمشتركين في الورشة وهم اللي سجلوا وتم إرسال لهم إشعارات بالموافقة والدخول، هذول اللي راح يكون معاهم التفاعل أكثر. وما راح ننسى الجماعة المتابعين على اليوتيوب، راح ندخل كذلك، راح نعطيكم باركود تدخلون وممكن تساهمون معنا وتشاركون وكذلك تسألون أسئلة وراح نجاوب عليكم إذا سمح لنا الوقت في آخر هذه الورشة. I will switch to English now and hopefully that we can start. Let's see if 3 minutes from now. Okay. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. I would like to welcome you in this workshop. It's titled Prompt Engineering for Generative Artificial Intelligence for the STEM application. And in this, to start with, I would like everybody here to start. Okay, now let's see if just to make sure everybody can see. I would like to have some feedback from you. If the sound is fine, you can see the presentation clearly. Okay, now let's see. Okay, you can always use the chat. Let me. Okay, the sound is fine. You can see the presentation clearly. Okay, you can always use the chat. Let me. Okay, the sound is fine. You can see the presentation clearly. Okay, I need to have some feedback from you first before I start. Let me stop sharing this and open it from the app. Okay. So in the chat, fine. So it seems that, yeah, it seems that it's الصوت متكرر. Okay. Let me, I think I solved it now. Hopefully that's because I'm broadcasting to the YouTube, and I think the sound is coming from the YouTube. So let me just disable the sound there. I mean, from my PC, not from the actual. Okay. Hopefully now, is the sound clear now with no repetition, no echo? Okay, fine, perfect. Thank you for the feedback. And so now let's start sharing now without including the sound. I'll have this PowerPoint. Yeah, so I'm going to share only the PowerPoint so that it doesn't get into our screen. Fine. So this, fine. So hopefully this it's working now. Now, just to familiarize yourself with the different options here, that we're going to communicate and have some voting with an app called Slido. If you, I've put it in the chat. So after this slide, I'm gonna ask you to participate. So the participation, either whoever is with us in Zoom or from the YouTube, you can either pick up your second phone and take a QR code snap from your phone, or just click on the open the app from the chat in the Zoom. I'll also be the question and answer. You can always post a question. Everybody else can vote, and at the end, the question that has the most votes means it's going to be like up in the list, and I'm going to answer it first, because if there's lots of questions, I'm going to only concentrate within the time to answer only the questions that has the most votes. So before you ask the same question again, just check if the most frequently asked question is there that covers what you're gonna ask. And this is the Q&A is already there. Now this is the QR code. So either if you are on YouTube, just scan it with your mobile phone. If you are with us in Zoom, you can either scan it or click on the click now on this chat and open and type in your the name of your country. So for example, I'm gonna scan this one here. So it's gonna open the same app on my phone, and I just type Kuwait. Okay, so I think somebody typed it also, and there's Saudi Arabia. So please, everybody type his country. Tunisia. Fine. Algeria. And this is word cloud. So the words that get repeated many times, the size of the font gets larger. So this is why you can see Kuwait here has a larger font size. I didn't control it here. It's not my doing. It's so this means that we have more participants from Kuwait, which is logical since the event is hosted in Kuwait. So this is really normal. Fine. So we have four different countries here are participating. I think the others are also, yeah, there's Jordan also just joined us. So we'll give some like 60 seconds so everybody can familiarize himself with the application and how to just scan the code on the screen in front of you. Share with us. We would like this to be an interactive session. It's an interactive workshop. It's not a normal lecture. I would like you to interact with me so that the next steps, when I say, okay, we have a question, we have a vote, you know where to go. It's the same page in front of you. Just don't close it. Keep it there. Every other questions will be on the same page with on the same application that just opened. You don't have to have a username, password. You don't have to log in. It's only there. Fine. So I think we have Indonesia, Oman, Algeria. Yeah. So I think you can still put your at the end, but I have to really go on with the slides. So whoever just joined us now, and I really thank you for interacting. So you know the idea. Now, next step here. Now, what is prompt engineering to start with? Now, let's say what is prompt and then what is engineering and why we combine them in such a way that we say prompt engineering. A prompt are these commands that we give the artificial intelligence to execute. So if I prompt an AI, means I'm giving him commands, I'm giving him instructions to do. And then engineering is a generic term that we usually apply in our life. An engineer, usually it's having things done efficiently and optimized with the least cost. So combining these together means I would like to engineer a prompt, means that I want a prompt to effectively do what I intended it to do, what I requested it, with the least cost. A cost? Yeah, there is a cost behind it. Every token, because it's a different from a normal search. Generative, this generative AI are usually consume points, consume some tokens, and there's always like a free tier and then there's a paid tier. And usually if you consume your points in one day, if you have used GPT, for example, or any other like a cloud-based LMM, it will tell you that, fine, if you have used it so much, it will tell you, okay, fine, you have consumed like 25 prompts today, if this is if it's a paid account. Or sometimes if you have like the premium, it will tell you, okay, you have this amount of time or this amount of, then it will reduce the efficiency, or it will reduce the frequency of how, because there is a cost. So engineering means we would like to reduce the cost so that we don't waste questions that are trivial, or we make it so generic that the answers comes back to us not as we wish, not the way we intended it to be. Because you see, we as human, we build on many common sense. We think when we speak with people that they know what we are thinking about, and it's not always the case. So this is why we have to be specific. We have to be like give unambiguous. The questions has to be like direct, to the point, to get the most out of it. So this is what we meant by engineering. This is why we combine them together, prompt engineering. And in 1 hour, it's really difficult to cover all the engineering aspect behind creating a prompt, but this is like an introductory level for dedicated for like young students from 16 to 25 age. So this is why I'm trying to not be technical. I will not go into coding, will not do any crazy stuff, but there's always extension after this. You can always register to our newsletter at the end, and we can further elaborate on this. Now, based on what I have just said, I'm sure that some of you have tried to write a prompt. So please share with me what interesting things you prompt an AI to do for you. So now again, with the same link, with the same application, with the same, you'll find a new question now. You can send whatever interesting things. If you have 1, 2, 3, don't limit yourself. Write down as many interesting application things that you had your GPT or whatever intelligent behind it is using. So I think there's a lot. This is not an answer. I would like to be specific. See, we just spoke about engineering a prompt. So I would like you to give me a specific answer. Okay, yeah. ما شاء الله فاضلة. الكثير من الأوامر: تحضير كتاب، إعداد ورشة، إعداد خطة. ممتاز. يعني these are some examples. Turn an idea into a picture. Okay, fine. Create a logo. This is a nice one. Yeah, sorry, Fadila Zamil. I misread it. Generating reports, charts, analysis. شرح المواد الدراسية وحل الواجبات. Let's write in English so that write messages. Okay, marketing scheme, and yeah, I'm sure there are many applications, and I'm sure anonymous people, even YouTube followers can also participate using the same code, so that it's open even to outside of this room. So see, we have many things that we already. So I don't have to pay much attention or to pay much effort. Sorry, to convince you how beneficial GPT or other application like Rad, Lambda, or other application, Copilot, can be useful to us. Many of you have used it, and today we'll see how we can engineer it, how we can better make it more effectively helping us. Now, I really thank you. I really need to go ahead, and Mashallah, you're still typing. Yeah, I know there's a bit lagging between what we're seeing here and what's been broadcast on YouTube. I think it's about 20, sometimes 30 seconds lag. Yeah, it can help preparing the lesson and many other things. Okay, so I'll have to close this if you don't mind, and I'm gonna switch to the second slide. Okay. Now these are good prompts characteristics. So there are 6 components from what by experience is the first most important thing is the task, and this is a must-have, a task. See, a must-have. This is it's in the tree number 2. So you must have a task in your head to deliver it to the generative AI. And a task should be clear and precise, as we explained just few moments ago. A task that is generic, not clear, it will give you a generic, and it will be out of the focus. Now let me tell you how. I'm not going to go deep into technical stuff, but GPT is based on also all the other applications. They come from the root of a large language model. They use statistics to predict what's the next word. So it's I can see it exactly as a parrot. It repeats, it senses a pattern, and then it predicts what's the next to be said without understanding the meaning out of it. So I had a parrot before, and it's if you, for example, say a beginning of a phrase that you've been like repeating many times, and then you stop, it will continue, or maybe it will repeat and continue. And not only the words, it even sequence of like actions. Like, for example, if I'm going towards like the water sink, and I hear the voice of the water like dripping. If there's a phone ringing, he will say hello. So it predicts what's coming next. And this is exactly what happens with all these language models. So the generative AI is they're using transformers to get to this part. So this is why it took the intelligence of it out of the patterns. How many patterns are repeated in this way? Actually, we also use it in common sense. So, for example, if I tell you Jack and Jill went up the hill. So the hill is always in your, because it has high probability of being a hill. So Jack and Jill went up the hill. So this is how GPT is answering our prompts based on the most probably, and you'll always see that the answers looks logical, but not always true. It's not always true, because they might be Jack and Jill, but didn't went up the hill. Maybe they took a tour into some jungle or something. So it's not always true, but going statistically, it is true. So this is a basic introduction of how what's behind the scene of the GPT thing and all the other rest. Now, there are things that you must have, which is the task itself. So you must have a task. I'm going to give examples and what is a bad prompt, what is a good prompt. We're going to experience on this in a few moments. But this is always keep this in mind, that you don't need all these components for each and every prompt you're writing. There are some optional, which are the 4 at the bottom. If you give a prompt an example, it will enhance. It will make sure that you are given an example, so it will follow this example. Persona, which means we're gonna practice very soon. Like have it act as a person. So, for example, you can ask the AI, okay, now I want you to answer me as if you are a teacher, or if you are a doctor, or an attorney, and it will have different ways. It will like wear a cap or a hat of that person and deliver whatever the rules that they follow usually. the tone also, and the format. You want the output in table or you want it in. So all these matter, but they are optional. The must-have is what I said. This task, you have to have it clear and precise. This is you must have it like this. And then something nice to have, the context. Context means like in what environment, or give some feedback. We'll see this. It's really nice. It will dramatically like improve the results once you apply this one. So I'm not gonna cover everything here, but I'll pinpoint on the most important things that usually every day we use. Now, let's see some bad examples prompts. So we learn by example as humans. We learn by example. So if I write this, when was the independence? Let me open Copilot, and we can ask you also to do the same. So if you don't have GPT available to you, Copilot, you can just write copilot.microsoft.com, or if you're on a PC, every PC has it at the bottom, or maybe click on the window button and see, and the Copilot will open. Just write down, when was the independence? Just write it and give me your feedback of what was the answer. When was the independence? Actually, if I am in Kuwait and I ask this question to any student in my class, then they will assume that, okay, the independence of Kuwait. But this is not always the actual fact. When I asked Copilot the first time, it gave me the Independence Day of United States. I said no. I said, so it's very generic. So then you said no, in Kuwait. Then it gave me the Independence Day of 1961. Then I said no, I meant the independence after the invasion. Then it gave me a different date. See, so you always have to be specific. Otherwise you're going to spend many prompts, and each prompt is costing you tokens, and you'll consume your points. Hence, you have to be precise. So these are examples of bad prompts. Another bad example. If I ask, what kind of food does Yusuf like? Who's Yusuf? So you have to give specific and everything we just discussed, the persona, you have to give the environment, you have to give the background, so this we will discuss. Almost all these are missing, except even the task is not clear and not precise. So this is why it will give you many different variation, and sometimes it will ask you, I don't know, can I help you with please explain to me more. So let me check here with you. These are okay. Let me yeah, these are some other examples, bad examples. So tell me about economy. A good prompt would be provide 200-word summary of the current global economic trend, focusing on the supply chain challenges. So this is a much better prompt than the first one. A bad prompt is vague, so it's not precise. It lacks focus, and the good prompt always is specific, as we've seen in the three that I gave you. So this is one example. Second one, bad prompt is, for example, if I say write a story, okay, in what? So write a better prompt is like write a 500-word fantasy story about young adventurer who discovers hidden world beneath their city. So are you catching now where are the pitfalls here? I hope it is much clearer. Now, bad example number 3. So we are learning by example. So what is AI? Some of you might think, yeah, this is a good question. It's specific. I'm asking about AI, not anything else. But AI is a huge umbrella for everything smart in terms of technology. So a better one would be explain the concept of artificial intelligence in simple terms. And even this is not very specific. We have to even further specify it by for which what background is it? For high school? Is it for a 6-age kid? Is it for graduates? And include some examples and some of its application. Also, you can even tailor it even more and have, for example, give me as an instructor or as a teacher or as, so these all these are tweaks to make it even better. The fourth example is give me tips about what. So a better one would be like list 5 effective study strategies. Okay, I hopefully that all the okay. So now summarize the article. Okay, remind me, I'm gonna give you some hints on this one. So a better one will be like giving it for how many words, what the limitations, and if there's any desire of the length of including things of details to concentrate on other than the rest. Now, what we've seen before is like we call it a single shot. Sometimes there's a multiple shot, like all the prompts, the good or bad that we've seen before, we call it zero shot prompting. It's a better practice to have multiple shots. Why? Because the large language model is pre-trained. So it's a pre-trained artificial intelligence on the prompts. It uses transformers to get the knowledge out of it. Otherwise, some of the most of them are trained on like historical data. Some new models are using live data, but it is like limited and restricted. Hence, you need to feed the tool with your background knowledge. So feeding it, this is like what we call here is the multi-shot prompting. So you keep feeding it, and then you ask the question. And engineering-wise, this is much better because you are focusing and giving a more precise. So this is how we do it here. So instead of saying like, where should I take Yusuf for dinner tonight? It has no knowledge, background knowledge about it. So instead of this one, this is so we break this problem into smaller sub-problem, and then we give it the final prompt of the same question that we started with. So in this way, I'm giving you the how would you break big problems into smaller, applying it in science, in technology, in art, and if you have a project you'd like to tackle, always don't expect to have like a single prompt so huge that you think it's going to cover everything. But instead, it's a good practice just to have like iteratively chatting with it, and it will remember all the previous chat, and then just build upon this iteration. So it will be like this. So Yusuf, my son, so I gave it some feedback. Likes sushi, chocolate milkshake, and kufta kebab. So now the AI knows, or the tool knows, that okay, Yusuf is my son and he likes this kind of food. And then tonight, so it is tonight, the weather forecast might be raining in Kuwait. So it knows Kuwait. Otherwise, if I ask it of where should I take Yusuf for dinner, it might suggest something in New York, maybe. Who knows? So having the relation that he's my son and we are in Kuwait, and the weather might be rainy, so that it will not suggest something that's like on a balcony or something outside. So it will check on these, see how specifically I'm targeting by feeding the tool with the background knowledge. So this is the background knowledge. Yusuf must get up early for college tomorrow morning. So the timing of the diners, we need to check on when do they serve their first meal, so we don't get late. And then next one is now I'm ready with the question. Where can I take him for a nice dinner tonight? So it's the same question as the first one, but now with the background knowledge. I tried both of them, and the result was totally different. I think I can share with you the results. I can show it to you. Let me share the Copilot here. Okay, so I'm if you have your Windows with you, you just click Copilot, try some of these prompts. Let me check here. I need to share this screen. Okay, so sharing the desktop. Oops, I'm not going to share the sound. Okay. Fine. So I take here. So this is without any prior knowledge. So it's so now, because it already had its prior knowledge, so now it knows that I am in Kuwait, and all these restaurants will satisfy all the tasks that I've given it before. At your PC or at your tablet or whatever, try it yourself. Have a generic question like this posted without giving any feedback, without accumulating, and see how the results will change dramatically. And you can always tune it up by giving this feedback knowledge. So this is one other trick. Yeah, another one. Remember when I told you to summarize? Always, if, for example, let me show you here. if I ask, okay, what is United Nations SDG? So I gave it a generic question. This is a bad prompt, of course. Now everybody knows that it's a bad prompt. Now see what happens here. It's so lengthy, 17 items, and each one has many. I don't have time to read all this. So to summarize it and pin to the point, just use TL means too long, then comma, and then didn't read, DR. So too long, didn't read. Just click this one and it will summarize it. It will make it short, one paragraph. Everything is very concise. So always use this trick here. It's really helpful. So it's TL semicolon DR. Okay, and now please try it and let me know. I want you to try a bad prompt. Now this is an action. I would like to give you some 2 to 3 minutes. Try giving a generic prompt, and so that before we go further, I make sure that everybody has tried it. You don't need any help. If you have problems activating anything that we've discussed, so that we can go further on. So open up Colab or GBT if you have an account there. If you don't have an account, Colab, Copilot. Copilot do not require any registration on anything. You can just type copilot.microsoft.com and then type in your questions. By registering, it's really helpful. It will give you like more options. You will be able to embed it within Excel, Word, and have it help you in like doing all the usual stuff that you used to do it. But for now, we're concentrating only on having to better write good prompts. So please start with a bad prompt, see what's the answer, and then just give it more precise feedback, background, and then ask it a question and see how it goes from there. Oh, I did not record it because I think YouTube is already recording it. So I thank you for driving this. But I could start the recording now, but it will be okay. It's starting now. Okay, so we have 44% is done. 56% need more time. So we're still waiting. I'm really happy since nobody still needs help. So you are progressing fine. You just need the time. That's fine. So need more time is going low. By using better prompts, again, it's always a good habit. It's actually I think in the future, being able to write a good prompt for an AI, it's also a good habit for us to give even better instructions. If I have like a bunch of employees, I should not be vague. I should be precise. I should be. So it's also, this is even for humans. So learning this is not all, it's not beneficial only for the AI, it's also for humans, and giving better instructions, being specific, and all this is really beneficial. So I wish I could give you even more examples and more techniques, and there are many other scenarios that we could dig deeper into, like in the persona. After we finish this practice, I'm gonna go into the persona and see how different personas will affect also the results, the final results. So 2/3 have already finished. We're waiting for the 1/3 that still needs time. I'm really happy, since there's no problem. It's fine. We can wait for a minute or two. We still have time. But I really need you to have hands-on. Otherwise, this is not a workshop. A workshop means you have to practice yourself. You have to try it. You have to, if you have some questions, by this time we can switch to the questions and see. We have which web? Okay, Zamil here, she's asking which web we will use in this meeting. A web, anyone will work. Okay, so this. So it's either Edge or Chrome. It doesn't matter. It's next one is, what's the Zoom link? I think you have it. Otherwise, oh, maybe Sulaiman is from YouTube. I see. If you still want the Zoom link, I'll be able to provide it. I think the admins here can share it. If Hussam, Engineer Hussam is there, I think he can post it in the YouTube comments, and you can join us as well. Anonymous, okay. So there's no other questions here in the Q&A. Okay, so I'll have to 2 minutes are done. I have to progress into the workshop. I hope you're not having, whoever is the 30%, I hope you're not having a problem, but you're maybe enjoying feeding back maybe with the chat, and but we need to progress. You can keep working on what you're doing and listen to this next steps. Okay, now let me. Okay, persona. Now we start by prompting act as, or imagine yourself maybe a doctor, attorney, whatever. Pretend to be dots, and then you continue. Okay, this will dramatically change the results. I will show you. I have a screenshot of this one. Okay, so this was the prompt I gave it, and it's not a very bad prompt. It's a good one, not an excellent, but it's a good one because it's specific. It gives a problem. I gave it a task. So see, I bought an electronic device from a local shop. Okay, did I mention Kuwait? No. Then this is why I think I mentioned it later on. Fine. But when I opened the box, it was the basic item. So that as when I read this, as if there are like two items, one a premium one and one like a basic one with no extra features. So I paid for this one because maybe it has like advertisement, maybe a sale, a coupon, whatever, and I didn't pay attention to the specs. So hence it was on sale and I lost the receipt. What legal action I can take to return this item? So act as a legal attorney in Kuwait. What option I have to return? So when I asked it at the beginning, without telling it to act as an attorney, see this one here. I got here. Okay, it says I'm sorry that okay in this situation, and then contact the store, customer rights, Consumer Acts 2015, 30 days of purchase. These actually might not even be the Kuwait legal. It's a UK, see? It's a UK. Because at the beginning, see, this prompt here was lagging the context. Remember when I said the context means the background? You need to give the context. Like context means what environment, give me more background. What happened? Where are you? Okay. So otherwise the results will be wrong. This is why many people say GPT is giving wrong answer, because I'm feeding it with wrong questions. I'm feeding it with wrong questions. And here, okay, proof of purchase, if you don't have the receipt, other purchase. So it's giving me advices that it doesn't apply maybe to Kuwait. And then when I repeat it here, act as a legal attorney in Kuwait and reply my last question. So you don't have to repeat, cut and paste, because you are consuming your points. Because even the prompt has the specific number of allowed tokens. You cannot like copy paste a whole book or encyclopedia and tell it it will cut and say, okay, try to resubmit again. So you're consuming your points this way. So if you already have posted a question, don't post it again. It remembers it. Just tune it. And this is what engineers usually do. Okay. So this is what we have here. 1 second. Okay, I think I need to share this again. Okay. Yeah, I hope now you can see it. So this was the question at the beginning. This is the bad prompt again, and this is the reply how I got it. And then when I ask it again, okay, act as a legal attorney. So here we're practicing two things actually. We're practicing the persona and practicing what? Yeah, it's not a single shot. It's like progressively working out the problem. Okay, so see now the difference. Now it is giving me as if a lawyer is giving me these suggestions. Now all these are Kuwait law. It tells me now it's 14 days of purchase. Before I had like 30 days. It wasn't applying to Kuwait, and then it's giving me like some authorities to go back to, and it's giving me, okay, what about the receipt? If I lost the receipt, it's also giving here the Ministry of Commerce, Industry. You can also reach out to some authorities, And if the store refuses to help, you can also contact the NCCP for assistance. And I think here it says here, even if I don't have the receipts, but you have a proof of purchase, guys, here. Without the receipt, they will still be willing to help you out, especially if the item is clearly not what you purchased and it's in the original box and you have the proof of purchase. And so it's helping me in this way. Okay, so let's go back here, and yeah. So this was the question. This is the answer after breaking it out into like giving the persona and having multi-shots. Fine. So I come back here to reading any questions. So if you have any questions, it will be posted here. Abbreviation, we spoke about LLM, large language model. And everybody knows GPT. Which is the generative pre-programmed transformer. So it's like training using neural networks, but I said I'm not gonna go into like technical stuff in this. So what are the names of the program learned in artificial intelligence in classes? Okay, there are you mean in university? There are courses like elective courses, artificial intelligence. Mostly now the prompt engineering has not been like officially in the curriculum, but since it is just new, and usually curriculums like get updated every 6 years for a bit accredited institutions. But I'm sure it will be very soon, especially that in the UNESCO they're concentrating on implementing artificial intelligence into all courses, all subjects also, and all ages. I've been assigned by Ministry of Kuwait for reviewing the strategic plan for the next 5 years, and it's really a huge project, and it aligns with the framework of UNESCO that has been approved last year. There's a survey, I can post it. You can share with us and share with your teachers to answer and help reshaping the future of implementing artificial intelligence in all courses. So at the beginning, when AI came to public, many schools said, okay, we have to abandon this technology. It's helping students to cheat, plagiarism, and many other things. Actually, if we thought this way with Google search, we wouldn't be today using Google, and we would like go from library to library and picking up books and writing notes, and knowledge wouldn't have collaborated and rose this way. So it's instead of like fighting it, just embrace it. So this is the correct way. So using tools that are so powerful like this, instead of fighting it, we have to improve and update our curriculum. So we have to actually pay more attention to our curriculum because this is the correct way to improve our curriculum and future. Embrace this technology and not fight it. We have to do this because today's homeworks are no longer valid as homeworks. A homework can be solved by a single prompt. I should check it out from all the books. It has to be like way more. Like today's projects, final project, master projects, could be homeworks. Could be homeworks using these tools. So we have to upgrade the level. We have to upgrade the level. And the project should be like delivering a full system with feasibility study, application running, and it should be like something really big, something huge, something applicable, something running, some system, automation. And it should be like this. These are the kind of project that we can use with these systems. So it's GPT gave us like the power of collectively gathering all the knowledge, like a parameter with 1.7 billion parameter. This is something huge. This is like putting all the knowledge of humanity and under the tip of your finger, with one click. With this much power, it's really embarrassing to ask you to solve a Pythagoras question or whatever. The basic is still important, but you need to be managing the knowledge and knowing how to direct it correctly. Being able to do it yourself with your hand will build up the hand skills, mind skills, but not to be limited there. You have to always like, okay, fine, you got the basics, shoot. Once you have feathers, you have to fly. Don't look to the sky and say, okay, I cannot fly. You have feathers, you have to fly. Okay, I think this concludes our presentation. It's 12 noon. Maybe it's a bit lagging at YouTube. I really thank everybody here for this wonderful interaction. I'm really happy to lecture you on this important, let's say, topic of the future. And I hope that you have gained and enjoyed as much as I enjoyed instructing you. And hopefully we'll see you in future workshops. If you, I'll keep here in the chat a link so that if you want to like any news or future workshops or lectures, you can always contact me. Thank you and goodbye.
The 7th Expo-Sciences Asia 2024 Statistics. Promotion of participation. Facebook, 2.4 million reach. 37,600 interaction. 37,000 click on the link. Instagram, 2,189,000 reached by the advertisement. 12,794 interaction. 8,800 140. Click on the registration link. More than 3,729 correspondence, email and WhatsApp. Total participation, supervisor 373. Participating students 923. Countries 33. 481 scientific project and research. These are the countries' flag. More than 76,825 website visits.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أيها السادة والسيدات، يسرنا باسم المنظمة العالمية لاستثمار أوقات الفراغ بالعلوم والتكنولوجيا ميلست أن نرحب بكم جميعا في رحاب النسخة السابعة من الملتقى العلمي الآسيوي للعام 2024 الذي يعقد تحت إشراف المكتب الإقليمي للمنظمة في دولة الكويت وبالتعاون مع شخصيات وأعضاء الهيئة الإدارية للمنظمة العالمية ميلست. هذا الملتقى الذي ينظم هذا العام بشكل افتراضي عبر الإنترنت يأتي في إطار جهود دولة الكويت لتعزيز دورها الريادي في دعم العلم والتكنولوجيا على مستوى قارة آسيا والعالم. نحن فخورون بأن تكون الكويت من خلال المكتب الإقليمي لميلست حاضنة لهذه المبادرات التي تسعى إلى تمكين الشباب وتشجيع الابتكار لتحقيق التنمية المستدامة. بهذه المناسبة نتوجه بخالص الشكر والتقدير للسيد روبرتو هيدالغو رئيس المنظمة العالمية ميلست على دعمه المستمر لهذه الفعاليات التي تسهم في تحقيق رؤية المنظمة وأهدافها. كما نشكر السيد عدنان المير الرئيس الإقليمي لمنظمة ميلست في قارة آسيا على جهوده اللامحدودة التي بذلها لضمان نجاح هذا الحدث وإبراز دور الكويت كمنصة علمية تفاعلية تجمع الشباب من مختلف الدول. لا يفوتنا أن نتقدم بالشكر الجزيل إلى جميع أعضاء الهيئة الإدارية للمنظمة العالمية ميلست على دعمهم وإسهامهم الذي جعل من هذا الملتقى حدثا ناجحا ومتميزا. في الختام نثمن عاليا الجهود المبذولة من كافة الجهات المنظمة والمشاركين في هذا الملتقى. إن إبداعاتكم ومشاريعكم تثبت أن العلم لا يعرف حدودا ولا حواجز، وأن التعاون والتواصل هما مفتاح التقدم والابتكار. نتطلع لرؤيتكم قريبا في ملتقيات جديدة تحت مظلة ميلست، فإلى لقاء قريب بإذن الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Good evening. Salam alaikum. Dear participants, I would like to congratulate you for your efforts and dedication in preparing your STEM projects. You've shown impressive skills, creativity, and teamwork, and it gives us great hope for the future of our world. I hope that you'll continue to pursue your studies and careers in science and technology. Your passion and continuous efforts will be the keys to your success. I also want to congratulate MILSET Asia for organizing the first ever online MILSET Regional Expo-Sciences. Hosting such an event was a significant challenge, but you've done an excellent job of making it a success. Lastly, on behalf of MILSET, I'd like to express our sincere thanks to Mr. Adnan Almir and to Mr. Dawood Amal. Your vision and leadership have been essential to the success of the event, and we are deeply grateful for your commitment to support STEM education in Asia and in Kuwait. I look forward to meet you all in Abu Dhabi, September 2025, for the MILSET International Expo Sciences. Thank you. Shukran.